Welcome back to Dad Bod Bushcraft. I like that last knife I did a review on from Swiss Tech, the Craft TIG. For the money, it was a hell of a good knife. I found out they have a much smaller version. The name of this is actually don't ask me how to pronounce it. I even tried looking it up on the internet. Leicht. It's probably not going to focus on that. It says it right there, but it is a very small EDC knife. It's got a 2 3/4 inch cutting surface, 6 inch overall, which I have really big hands, so you can see how small it is. Weighs 2.5 ounces. This thing weighs nothing. It's 1/10 of an inch thick, but it feels very stout, and I tell you what, that handle is extremely ergonomic. It feels my hand really good. But the first thing that comes to my mind when I pick this up is baby's first knife. You got a toddler or a child still in diapers, this would be the perfect knife for him. The sheath can clip right on the diaper, and you can actually rotate this. Take these 2 little screws out, spin it sideways, and you got scout carry. So if your child isn't quite walking yet, they're still crawling in their diapers, they can hook this in the back of their diaper, and they got easy reach while they're crawling. Just kidding, I would not give a knife to a toddler. But that's what this thing makes me think of. It is so tiny, it goes in your pocket, you can't even tell it's there. The only thing I don't like is the sheath. It would be nice if it did have a pocket carry clip on it so that you could reverse it to the front side. So you put it in your pocket, it clips on your pocket, but that's my only complaint. They still did the same thing with the scales as the Craft TIG. The scales are lower than the liners, and the edge of the liners are sharp. I don't know why they're doing that. It's kind of silly, but it's not real bad. It's nothing that's going to hurt you. It just doesn't make sense to me. But that's really my only true complaint on these knives so far. But D2 steel, it came with this little lanyard. I put it on there, but I added this bead to it. Didn't come with the bead because this is basically a 3-finger knife. But by putting the bead on it, it gives your 4th finger a purchase. Kind of pulls the knife down into your hand the same time you use it, and kind of gives you a full grip. But this feels so good in the hand. I am loving this thing. It is fantastic. So let's take it out, play with it, see how it does. All right, I'm not going to baton this. Actually, maybe I will, just a little bit. Because you never know when you might have to make some kindling. But obviously does that no problem. Let's see. Do some truncated cuts. So I got to make a notch. Nice and clean, very easy, very comfortable to do. Boy, I have trouble figuring out where to aim this thing. No trouble doing that. I think this is definitely not a knife I intend to abuse if I bought it, but or if I already bought it, obviously. But it's not what it's designed for. But it feels really good in the hand. Doesn't do too bad feathering. And it's not a feathering machine, but it'll definitely give you some thin shavings to get a fire going. So I guess I'll grab the ferro rod and see if I can start a fire. Alright, I just made a little bit of feathers, some shavings here. None of this is fat wood or anything with any accelerant in it. Usually takes a couple strikes to get that coating off the corner. There we go. We got fire. So even with that coating on, obviously it wears off really quick. Give you a nice little edge there to strike a ferro rod. I don't have any more of that old dirty rope, but I do have some climbing rope here. This stuff is super tough and hard to cut. Saves your life when you need it to. So I'm just going to try cutting it a few times and see how it does on that. By the way, this came out of the box absolutely shaving sharp. Woo! That went right through that. Try it again. Well, do that a couple more times. It's just one cut and it's right through it. Well, that's cutting that no problem. Let's see how it does after a while. Alrighty then. After roughly 200 cuts in the cardboard and cutting that piece of rope up, it's not quite shaving sharp anymore. But is it still paper sharp? Nope, it's snagging pretty good. Yeah, I can feel just a little bit of a roll on it. But gonna try hitting on the leather first. See if it brings it back. That's actually a lot of work for this little knife. Not bad. Oh. It's popping hair. I need a new piece of paper. But it is by no means dull. I just snagged my thumbnail there. Almost cut myself. So, I bet go on the ceramic a little bit. See if that brings it back to that hair pop and sharp. Yep, that's right back to factory edge. That just surprises the hell out of me, that D2. There's no chips in it. I'm a very happy boy with that. All right, been playing with it for a couple hours now. This thing's fantastic. Holds an edge terrific. Little powerhouse. That's what I call it. It's a little powerhouse. It's got this great belly on it. You can choke up on it like this for skinning duties and stuff. I put that bead on it so that you can get a full grip, but I also left the loop in it so that you can hang it off your finger while you're using it. Use a knife, drop it, do whatever. Whoop. Grab the knife. Might make the loop a little bit smaller, but it came with this little lanyard here. So nice little feature. Only problem I had, but same thing as before. Got a little bit of a hot spot right here where these scales are recessed past the liners. I don't understand why they did that. This is an absolute fantastic knife. So is the Craft TIG. But same issue. I'm going to have to take the scales off and sand those down, smooth them out a little bit. But other than that, the ergos on this are terrific. It gives you so much control for such a small blade. But you could carry this in your pocket. You can clip it to your belt. You can carry it scout style if you really wanted to. Not a big fan of that myself, but you could just stick this right in your pocket. It's so light, 2.5 ounces. It is like there's nothing there, but performance-wise, this performs outstanding. I'm seriously impressed with this Swiss Tech stuff. They are really putting out some good gear. But that's all I got for you for this. This is definitely going to be one of my new EDCs. I'm just going to modify it and make a pocket clip for it so I can carry it in my pocket. All right, your dad bod bushcraft tip for the day. Learn tracking. It's not that hard to learn. It just takes a little bit of time. All these bushcraft sites, all these YouTube channels are showing you all these neat traps you can make, which are fantastic. I love making traps. They're great. But if you don't know how to track, you don't know where to place those traps, you could know how to do 100 of them and it won't catch you no food. So make sure you learn tracking. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.